This is like real guava. Wow. I know, I must look crazy right now. Hello and welcome. So today, guys, I have yet another Middle Eastern fragrances haul for you as part of Middle Eastern Thursdays. And these fragrances are all blind buys for me. I have not tried them with the exception of one that I did an unboxing for one of my short videos. But with the exception of that one fragrance, they are all brand new and blind buys to me. And I will be not only unboxing them with you today, but we'll also be trying them out together. I have to tell you that as a follow-up to my last video, I'm really enjoying this journey. It's just really, really interesting, all of the fragrances that I'm finding and all of the things that I'm finding out. And I want to thank all of you that have provided me with recommendations and that have discussed different fragrances with me. I really, really appreciate that, and keep these suggestions and the comments around some of these fragrances coming, because the more you comment, the more I learn. Anyway, guys, let me just stop rambling so we can get this going. But before we jump right in, if this is your first time here, I'm Arahi, and in this channel, we love to talk about fragrances, fashion, and makeup. If that sounds like the type of content that you're interested in, well then please consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to leave a comment below. Let's go. So we are going to go ahead and start with a collection that I've only had one fragrance from all this time, but I decided to pick up their latest launch, and in the process picked up a couple of the others that I have been taking a look at for a while. So I am talking about SHAGHAF Oud, and this one is the original. This is the only one that I've had all along. So I'm gonna put this one to the side, and I'm gonna go ahead and get the latest SHAGHAF that was released, and we're gonna talk about that one, and then I'll show you the other two that I picked up. All right, so I picked up SHAGHAF Oud TONKA, and it comes in this beautiful turquoise bottle. I don't know why they chose a turquoise color for this specific fragrance. I don't know. We'll talk more about that in a minute, but I am loving the color. And here is the gorgeous bottle. Here we have it, and let's see what this smells like. Guys, I have to tell you, I have not fully tested this fragrance, but I can tell you, for me, it was a love at first sniff. Let me tell you what I'm getting from this fragrance. And I do know that this fragrance does need to sit for a while, but it should tell you enough that at first sniff, without the fragrance settling or having a chance to macerate or any of that, I am loving it. So when the fragrance opens, the first thing I get is a blast. When I tell you a blast of vanilla combined with the note of almond. And if you don't like almond fragrances, not necessarily nutty fragrances, but if you don't like the note of almond, you're not gonna like this fragrance, because that opening is almost, and I can't put my finger on it, it gives me like vanilla dessert with some almonds, but I can't remember what dessert has those two things that are really prominent. But this is an incredible, incredible fragrance. I am loving it. It is also sweet. There's quite a bit of cinnamon to it also. So there's like a spicy and ambery quality to the fragrance. But man, oh my God. I have to tell you, I can't wait to let this sit for a while and then pull it, because I know that I'm probably gonna use it every day for like a whole week and then have a hard time parting with it. But anyway, guys, so that one is SHAGHAF Oud TONKA. I'm gonna put that to the side, and we are going to continue with the next one that I picked up, which some of you may already have in your collection. Okay, so this one is SHAGHAF Oud AHMAR, and it comes in this beautiful box, and here you have the beautiful bottle. Now guys, look at that bottle. I hope that the camera is focusing, and here's the bottle, and let's see what this smells like. Okay, so While SHAGHAF Oud Tonka opened with a blast of almond and vanilla, this one opens up with, when I tell you a blast, it's like a punch in the face with fruitiness and vanilla. But the fruitiness in this one is a bit more prominent than the vanilla. But there's a lot of vanilla here. I'm just telling you that that fruitiness comes through the vanilla a bit more. Whereas in the Oud Tonka, you get a proper balance of almonds and vanilla at the opening. This one is definitely sweet. Now I'm picking up on like some florals, but I can't distinguish what are they. You know what? I just realized I forgot to give you the notes and the excitement of Oud Tonka. We're going to come back to that in a minute, but let me give you the notes of this one. Okay, so the notes of this one are peach, freesia, melon, bergamot, iris, then tonka bean, apple, rose, amber, then vanilla, musk, amber, sandalwood, cedar, and oud. Wow, that's a collection of stuff. I'm telling you, all I'm getting is those notes that I told you. I'm getting a lot of fruitiness, guys, and with the backdrop of the vanilla, which is a little bit prominent, but the fruits take over. The fruits are controlling the picture right now. This is definitely a fragrance that I need to let sit and then come back to it, because with all of those notes, I'm sure that this fragrance just needs to macerate. I don't know if it's going to be fair to do a comparison today or to speak to a comparison between all of my SHAGHAFs, but let me unbox the next SHAGHAF fragrance that I have here and then we'll talk about that. But before we do that, let me get you the notes of the Oud Tonka, because in the excitement, I forgot to tell you what they are. All right, so the notes of SHAGHAF Oud Tonka are almond at the top, and then in the middle, cinnamon, Tunisian, orange blossom, and Turkish rose. I'm gonna have to look up Tunisian orange blossom because I'm not sure that I really know what that is. I know what orange blossom is, but Tunisian, I guess, you know, from Tunisia, but anyway. And then at the base, there's tonka bean, vanilla, and amber wood. And I can tell you from not just spraying it today, but I had sprayed it before because I told you I did an unboxing. I get predominantly vanilla and almond at the opening. And as the fragrance continues on its journey, I do pick up on quite a bit of cinnamon. And at the base, I get a combination of vanilla, almond, cinnamon, and a little bit of tonka with like some floral quality to it. But I could never distinguish that it was truly a rose. And I really think that that fragrance just also needs to sit. So more to come on that. So the other SHAGHAF fragrance that I picked up, which I had been dying for because it's in my favorite color, like the box is in my favorite color. And this is SHAGHAF Oud AZRAQ. So it comes in this box. And look at that fragrance, guys. Oh my gosh, look at that. Okay, so before I spray it and then I forget because I get all carried away and excited, the notes on this one are honey and agarwood at the top, and then cinnamon, bourbon, vanilla, and amber as the middle notes, and then leather and patchouli. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. You know I love a leather fragrance. So let's see. Ooh, you know, I can tell you off the bat, this is the most masculine of all the SHAGHAFs that I've tried, including the first one. But I'm not saying that this is a masculine fragrance. I'm just saying that it's quite intense and it does have a bit of a masculine quality to it. If I were a guessing girl, after I let this fragrance settle and everything, I would tell you that it's probably for me going to lean masculine, which is not going to stop me from using it anyway, because I love unisex fragrances and lean masculine is fine for me as long as I like the fragrance. I am liking this. It opens up, guys, with a ton of honey and a lot of spiciness, but it's a ton of honey at the opening. When I tell you a ton, wow, yeah. Yeah, and the honey, you know, this fragrance definitely needs to sit because the honey is like, it's not super syrupy, but there's something very, at least to my nose, unrefined about this honey. Yeah, it's not a smooth honey. It's a punch in the face honey is what it is to me. This fragrance definitely needs to sit. Oh yeah. Then I'm also picking up, I'm definitely picking up oud from the opening. And I'm also going to tell you that for me, that oud, and I love, love, love oud, guys. Oof. But that oud is not barnyard, but it's also not that soft, smooth. This oud is Middle Eastern presence oud. This is definitely, yeah, this is definitely an intense fragrance. I can't wait for it to sit. Ooh, now I'm getting a little bit of vanilla. I'm still not getting any leather, because sometimes you can confuse the note of oud with leather, but no, this is definitely oud. I'm not getting leather yet. And now I'm getting some patchouli. Oh yeah, I'm getting patchouli. Yeah. Actually, I think that the patchouli was there all along. I had just not focused on it because the oud, that first of all, that honey at the opening, guys, and that oud wow. It's pretty intense. Listen, guys, this fragrance just needs to sit, and I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think it's fair for me to try and like compare all of these SHAGHAFs, you know, like from the original, and you know, but since I know someone is going to say, can you at least tell us what you think initially? I'm going to tell you that I think at the end of everything, like when everything is said and done, I think that the one that I am going to absolutely love and prefer is going to be the Oud Tonka, because my goodness, it is incredible to my nose. It really, really is. And that's, I told you, at first sniff, it was like love. Then I think that my second one is going to continue to be the original. Definitely. I love, love, love this fragrance. It has a smell of like opulence and richness. It's just like, whew. I don't even think that this is a daytime fragrance, by the way, but when we talk in detail about all of the SHAGHAFs, I'll discuss more about this one. And then I think that my third one, believe it or not, is going to be this one. There's a lot of character in this fragrance, but this, you're going to have to own it to be able to use this fragrance if you're a female, because this is pretty intense. And the notes here are not plain. That oud and that honey opening, my goodness, this is not a smooth honey, not so far, but I'm sure that once it has a chance to macerate, it'll become something else. But I can tell you right now, this would be the third one for me. And the last one, and not because of anything specific, but right now it was just a bit too much fruitiness for my taste, but that may definitely be because it hasn't had a chance to sit, right? So I'm getting a lot of fruitiness and not much else. But for right now, that's the order. I'm going to be very curious to see, once they've had a chance to sit for like 6 weeks and I come back to you with a video just on SHAGHAF, I'm going to be curious to see how my mind changes from that order that I just gave you. That's going to be very interesting. Anyway, guys, let's keep going. All right, guys. So I don't know if you know that, do you remember this fragrance? Remember? I'm sure you do. This is AJWAD, right? And this is the original. I can't remember. I've had it in my collection for a while. I can't remember exactly when it was launched, but what I can tell you is that there is a new AJWAD, and it's called Pink to Pink. And this is the box that it comes in. And this was just launched. I don't know if it was at the end of 2023 or the beginning of 2024. It wasn't easy for me to get my hands on this one, but I am definitely going to link it along with all the other fragrances in the description box. But this is AJWAD Pink to Pink. Now let me tell you what the notes of this fragrance are before we even start talking. I haven't sprayed it or anything, so I have so been looking forward to sitting with you guys. So the top notes for this one are red fruits, lychee, and guava. And then the middle notes are vanilla, roses, and lily of the valley. And at the base, we have musk. So that tells me that this is a musk fragrance. And then of course, the box opens like this. So here is the bottle, guys. And let's go ahead and spray it. Wow. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh my goodness. Guys. Wow. This is pure guava. I have a couple of other, maybe 2 other fragrances in my collection that have the note of guava. And the guava's like hiding behind there somewhere. But this one, oh no. Did I say top note guava? Let me see. Hold on. Oh yeah, it does have guava in the top notes. Because I was going to say, if they put this in the middle notes or in the base, wrong. This fragrance, wow. Oh my goodness. This is so beautiful. Let me tell you, what I'm getting is, oh, you know when a guava is ripe? Guava is not one of those fruits that like when you bite into it, when it's ripe and when you bite into it, there's a juiciness that comes from it. But somehow they've made this guava smell so real. This is not a synthetic guava. Wow, this is done beautifully. Wow. And I'm definitely getting the lychee. The lychee is adding some sweetness to that opening because, you know, guava also, you know, even when it's ripe, it's not super sweet. Guys, this is unbelievable. Oh my gosh. I'm really sorry to have these reactions, but fragrances like this just catch me off guard completely. This is such a real guava. Wow. And I'm not getting any of the florals at all. Guys, all I'm getting right now is guava, lychee, and a little bit of vanilla. But I can tell you that the sweetness is not, no, it's not coming from the vanilla. Because the vanilla is like a pure vanilla that hasn't been sweet. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but all I'm getting right now is an incredibly beautiful, ripe guava. Oh my goodness. Guava and lychee. And vanilla. Okay, we're gonna have to let this one sit also, guys, but let me tell you, wow. I am blown away with this one. This may very well be the best guava fragrance out there right now. I'm really going to try and find it for you guys and link it below. Needless to say, that pink to pink is so different than this one. But once I really have a chance to test the pink to pink and let it settle, then I'll come back to you with a quick video just talking about those two and comparing them and letting you know performance and stuff. All right, guys, so the next fragrance that I have here for you is one that I'm sure most of you already have because I am so late to this party. I've heard so many people talk about this fragrance. So anyway, ANSAAM Gold, I'm sure you know, and here's the box. And, ooh, look what an incredible presentation, guys. All right, so here we have the fragrance. Let's see what it smells like. Now, this is supposed to be inspired by Oriana, you know, Parfums de Marly Oriana, which I own, and Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian. I can tell you that when I sprayed it, even before I put it to my nose, just from the mist of the spray, what I got immediately was Love Don't Be Shy. I thought, wow, this is a dupe of Love Don't Be Shy. Maybe at the dry down I'll get some Oriana, but right now I'm getting Love Don't Be Shy. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm not getting Oriana at all still. I'm still getting Love Don't Be Shy. But anyway, guys, we're also going to let this one sit. And then I'll come back, of course, in that video where I just talk about, you know, how it performs and stuff. But I'll also tell you if it changes for me, because right now I'm still getting Love Don't Be Shy. You know what? I'm going to let it sit. I'm going to let the strip sit here for a minute while we go on to other fragrances. And then I'll come back. All right, guys. So this next fragrance is from KHADLAJ, and it is Sensuous Night. And this fragrance is not on Fragrantica. You know, this is, by the way, this is just a very regular box. Like, see, just no big deal. Ooh, but the bottle is quite nice. Look at this bottle. And then the cap has like a little stone, like a little red stone. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, guys, so this fragrance is not on Fragrantica. So let me go ahead and give you the notes before I spray it. So the top notes are lemon, pineapple, green apple, tropical fruits, and rhubarb. The middle notes are blackcurrant, plum rose, jasmine, violet. And at the base, we have cedarwood, coconut, patchouli, amber, solar musks, orchanox, and vanilla sugar. I don't know what orchanox is. When I come back to you with this fragrance, I'll do my research, or if you know, can you please let me know in the comments below. I don't know what this is inspired by. And I tried to find it, guys, and I didn't find anywhere where it says like anybody talking about it or any article talking about what this one was inspired by. I will tell you, this is quite heavy on the patchouli. So if you're not a patchouli lover, I don't think you're gonna like this one. When it opened up for me immediately with patchouli, and it's now progressing and escalating. Now this patchouli is not a dirty patchouli though. This is done really beautiful. Wow. This is really, really beautiful. I don't know, I can't think of any fragrance that this is reminding me of. But what I can tell you is this is quite heavy on the patchouli. So if you're not a patchouli lover, you may want to not pick this one up, or wait until I come back to you and tell you what else shows up for me. But right now, all I'm getting is patchouli and a little bit of vanilla now. I'm gonna let this sit like we've said with all the others, and then we'll come back. All right, so let's continue with KHADLAJ, and this is from a brand new collection. This fragrance is called FLOR Oud. This is a beauty. Look at that design. Wow. This is very luxurious. And then look at the cap. Okay, let's see what it smells like. So this fragrance is also not on Fragrantica. So let me go ahead and give you the notes before I spray it and we start our discussion. So the top notes are mandarin and rose. The middle notes are pear, orange blossom, and jasmine. And the base notes are sandalwood and Peruvian balsam. Now, this is a very, very new fragrance from a brand new collection from KHADLAJ. And I couldn't find anywhere where anybody said that it smells, you know, or that it was inspired by another fragrance. I have not sprayed it, so let's see. Oh yeah, this is another level of fragrance right here. This is a very sophisticated, extremely well blended fragrance. In the opening, I'm immediately getting rose, and I'm getting a very, very exquisitely done oud. Very smooth oud. Wow. This is a different level. This one is a bit more pricey. I think I paid like $45 or $49 for it. But my goodness. Yeah, I know that I didn't mention oud when I read you the notes, but I could be totally wrong. And this fragrance obviously needs to sit, but I think I'm picking up on a very, very refined oud. Like the type of oud that you find in some of the Fragrance du Bois fragrances. Wow. This is really, really beautiful. And I'm also picking up on the note of pear and some jasmine. I'm not picking up on much else right now. So this collection has 3 different fragrances. I think the other one is called Création de Rêve. I'm planning to pick that one up, especially now that I smelled this one and I can see that this is a different level within the KHADLAJ. I mean, I love the KHADLAJ fragrances. I do have a couple of them. And they tend to be a bit more refined. There's just something about the fragrance house, and they're pretty new. You know, I haven't done all my research on KHADLAJ, but I am liking their fragrances. I am loving this one. Can't wait for it to sit. But there's also another one called Création de Rêve or something like that. And then there's like a Lenoir. But my understanding is that that one is quite masculine. So I am probably going to pick up Création de Rêve, and then I'll bring it to the channel and let you know. And then we will revisit these fragrances. But right now I'm loving the bottle and I'm loving the juice. Okay, so I think I told you that I would come back to the ANSAAM Gold, I think it was, the strip. I hope I'm not getting it wrong, but I had told you that I would come back to the strip Guys, I'm still getting full on Love Don't Be Shy. This does not smell like Oriana to me at all. This is, wow. This is Love Don't Be Shy all the way. Okay, so since we started with KHADLAJ, well, let's continue with KHADLAJ. And this one, I'm sure you can recognize the pattern. This is from HAREEM Al Sultan. Remember that oil that I covered with you in my last haul? But I'm sure you guys had all heard about that one because that one went beyond crazy viral everywhere. So this is now the perfume spray. So we've been seeing the oil all along, and now they have a fragrance spray. I mean, guys, I'm just expecting that this is gonna smell exactly like the oil, very fruity. It definitely needs to settle, and I'm sure this one's gonna have to settle too. But it's like the type of oil that I would use during spring, summer, and later. Actually, anytime that I want to add a touch of fruitiness to a fragrance, I would probably put that oil on my skin and then top it with the perfume spray. But let's see this one. Oh yeah. Yeah, guys. This is exactly like the oil, but the perfume spray. Ooh. Wait a minute. Guys, let me share the notes with you. Okay, so the notes are jasmine, bergamot, and peony in the opening. And then we have pineapple, peach, and plum. And at the base, we have musk, sandalwood, and patchouli. So the reason I wanted to pull up the notes again is because in this one, it opens up fruity. This fragrance is supposed to be the exact same notes as the oil, the gold one, right? And my experience, and you may recall this from my last haul video, my experience when I tried that oil was I got a whole bunch of fruits, right? And it was pretty much all about the fruits. But with this fragrance, in this opening, I'm definitely getting jasmine, and I'm getting the freshness of the bergamot. In the oil, for me, it was like a fruit punch type of situation in the opening. Like all types of fruits just coming at you. But with this fragrance now, there's a freshness here, and it is definitely coming from the bergamot. I can definitely pick up on that, but that jasmine is also very present. I'm not picking up on the peony. I am getting pineapple, but it's not like a dominant pineapple. At least it's not yet. Maybe after it sits and stuff like that. And then I'm not getting any of the other notes. And I'm getting a hint of the patchouli, but not a dominant patchouli, and definitely not a dirty patchouli. Yeah, honestly, guys, I am really loving the opening of this one versus the opening of the oil, because again, the oil for me was just like a punch in the face of just all types of fruits. Oh, I remember now. I told you that the oil for me smelled like you took a whole bunch of fruits. You went to the supermarket, you picked up all the fruits that they had in the produce section. You came home, you chopped them and put them in a bowl, remember? That's not how this one opens. This one has a smoother opening, a fresher opening. And I'm getting that jasmine, but it's done beautifully. It's done very smooth. And I'm also getting a little bit of pineapple, but the freshness of that bergamot is very much present. So I can't wait to come back to this one after I let it sit for a while. Really, really loving. Okay, so the next fragrance that I have is from Paris Corner, and it's KAHEELA Luxe. So it comes in this box. And here it is. Okay, so let me share the notes with you. The top notes are tobacco leaf, sour cherry, honey, chocolate, and hazelnut. In the middle, we have Ceylon cinnamon, May rose, damask rose, and citrus leaf. At the base, we have oud, vanilla, benzoin, sandalwood, cypriol, oil, patchouli, and musk. There's a lot of strong notes in this one, so let's see. So this is supposed to be inspired by Kayali's Invite Only 23. I don't have that one, but that's not what I'm getting here. This opened for me definitely with the tobacco note and a very prominent sour cherry and a little bit of honey. Yeah, it's not a syrupy or dominant honey. What's dominant here is that sour cherry and that tobacco. But the tobacco is done very nice, very, very nice. It's not like that dry tobacco that smells so strong. No, it's like a smooth tobacco. Now I'm also picking up on some rose and definitely vanilla, yeah. But I'm not picking up on anything else, guys. Yeah, I'm sure this one needs to sit, but I'm really surprised because supposedly this is supposed to be like Kayali's invite only, but that's not necessarily what I'm getting. Let me know, have you tried KAHEELA Luxe? Like, do you think that it smells like Kayali invite only? What has your experience been with that one? I have to be honest with you, right now, I'm not sure how I feel about this one. I'm not sure yet. This is one that I'm definitely, it's not that I got a bad, reaction or scent, at first sniff. It just didn't wow me. It just didn't, but I'm sure it's a lovely fragrance. I'm gonna let it sit and let's see what happens. Okay, so the next fragrance that we're gonna talk about is French Coffee from AL-REHAB. I've heard so much about this fragrance, I just had to pick it up. So let me tell you, well, let me open it first. So it just comes in a regular box, no big deal. And yeah, I have the new packaging because my understanding is that there's another packaging which was like square. Yeah, but this is the one now. Wow. Guys, I haven't even opened it and wait, is this broken? Oh, wow. Okay, guys, this is leaking. Oh, goodness. Okay, so this is leaking. I don't remember where I picked it up from, but yeah, this is definitely leaking. Anyway, the notes are coffee, vanilla, caramel, sugar, milk, cacao, and cinnamon. I'm not even gonna spray this, guys, because when I pulled the cap, it's like leaking. I don't know if you can see that, but it's leaking. If I like move the bottle, it leaks. I don't know what would happen if I spray it. Let me spray it. Let's see what happens. Yeah, maybe if I keep it upright. Wow, okay. I can tell you right now. Oh my goodness, this is, forget Intense Cafe by Montal. This is better than Intense Cafe. Oh my goodness. This smells like a barista. This is so real. Very, very real. Wow. I will tell you though, I'm not sure that I want to smell like this because this really smells like I work at Starbucks and I just came off of my shift. I'm just saying, I'm sorry. That's what it smells like. And I love coffee, but I'm not sure that I want to smell like this. But this, if you are into coffee fragrances, I have to tell you, this is the best coffee fragrance I've ever smelled. If you want a real coffee fragrance, wow. This is the real deal. Definitely the real deal. Okay, so since we're on the track and we just did coffee, I figure let's jump right into also AL-REHAB, and this is Choco Musk. So let's see what the bottle looks like. Ooh, this is nice. Look at this bottle, guys. It has like a flat back and then contoured here, kind of beveled. Very, very interesting. Very nice bottle. So let me share with you the notes of this fragrance. It's vanilla, milk chocolate, white musk, spicy notes, cinnamon, amber, sandalwood, myrrh, and rose. Okay, guys, so let me tell you. So is this called, hold on, is this called Choco Musk? Choco Musk, or is this called Vanilla Musk? Because in the opening, I'm getting a blast. When I tell you a blast of vanilla, which I'm loving, by the way. But wow, I'm getting a ton of vanilla, and it's definitely a sweet vanilla. Oh wow, now I'm picking up on some chocolate. Oh yes, wow. Wow, this is really, really interesting, guys. Ton of vanilla, definitely chocolate, very sweet, not unbearable, cloying, annoying sweet. No, just sweet, very nice sweet. And that's all I'm picking up right now, guys. A ton of vanilla, some chocolate, definitely sweet. Nothing else right now. We're gonna let this one sit because I have a feeling that once everything comes together nicely, I have a feeling that I'm gonna love this fragrance. Wow, but I have to tell you, that vanilla in the opening, I am loving it. You know what I'm wondering automatically? Like, what would happen if I spray this fragrance, like when I wanna amplify the vanilla in any other fragrance, or you know how you use vanilla 28 when you wanna just add vanilla to something? Because the opening of this is magnificent. And the chocolate is not like it's not like a milk chocolate. No, it's like a dark chocolate, like bordering on 94% cacao type of dark chocolate. And I know there's a note of cacao in this fragrance, but what I'm smelling is chocolate, because you know, cacao can be a bit bitter. I'm not picking up on any bitterness. I'm just picking up on a perfectly done chocolate. Oh yeah, let me smell it again. Oh yeah. Oh wow. This is absolutely beautiful. Loving it. Anyway, more to come after it sits. All right, guys. So this next fragrance is from ARMAF, and it's also pretty new. I don't know if it was launched at the end of 2023 or the beginning of 2024 from ARMAF, and it's Ego Exotic. So very interesting box. Did you see that? Look at that. And let's see. I've seen only one person talk about this fragrance, and the bottle just looked really interesting to me. It comes in just a regular box, guys, like no big deal. Ooh, interesting. Okay, look at this bottle. That looks like a lighter, right? Like, and the notes here are orange blossom, peach, jasmine sambac, tuberose, rose, musk, sandalwood, praline, and iris. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys that this fragrance is supposed to be inspired by Creed Windflowers, and I do own that fragrance. So once I let this one sit, just to give it all of the opportunity in the world, I'll go ahead and of course test it and compare it before circling back with you on this specific fragrance. But let's spray it. Do you see what I mean? Like, this is definitely giving me a little bit of Creed Windflowers, definitely. It opens up with a ton of white florals. If you're one of those people that does not like white florals, this is not for you. The rose, even though it opens up with a ton of white florals, the rose is clearly for me in the background, like just quietly lurking in the background of all those other white flowers. But the white flowers are very dominant in this opening. It is also a little bit sweet. And this is definitely for me a musky fragrance. There's a little bit of like woodiness peeking through, but it's not easily distinguishable. I can tell you that. What I am getting still, guys, is those white florals with the rose in the background and some sweetness. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna have to let that one sit. It definitely does smell like Creed Windflowers, but I do not feel comfortable yet telling you if it's an exact dupe or not. Right now, It's not. Because, you know, Creed Windflowers to me is like a collection of flowers. Remember how I told you before, you know, that other fragrance, that it was like a collection of all the fruits in the universe? Well, Creed Windflowers for me is like they took all of the possible flowers out there and just threw them in a fragrance, right? But in doing so, they did it in a very smooth and refined way. It's not that this one is not refined, it's that this one has an extreme focus on white florals. And still, I'm just getting a lot of white florals and the rose in the background. Because it's almost like the rose is like a little bit shy because the other white flowers are so dominant and extra. Anyway, guys, I'll come back to you on this one. Okay, so this next fragrance is from Ard Al-Safaran. I know I'm not pronouncing it correctly. I apologize. I'll practice. Ard Al-Safaran. And it is Min YASHBAHAK. Min YASHBAHAK. I hope I got it right now. And it comes in this beautiful purple box. And let's see the fragrance. Ooh, I like this bottle. Look at this bottle. Very, very nice. That cap looks very, very nice, and it feels really weighty. It feels really luxurious. It really does. Okay, so let me tell you what the notes of this one is. So mango, peony, magnolia, and peach as top notes. And then middle notes, we have pomegranate, pineapple, and lychee. And then we have sandalwood and white musk. So this is basically a musky fragrance with a ton of fruits. But let's see. Oh, wow. Whew. This opens up quite fruity, but this is not like the other fruity openings that we've gone through today. Oh no, this fragrance is done very, very nicely. It is a combination of fruits. It's very clear to me. I can pick up on the mango, the pineapple, the lychee, but they're all mixed together. This is very well blended. Very, very fruity opening. You know, that mango is definitely giving it a bit of a tropical twist right now. Even though it opens quite fruity, there is like a fresh quality to the fragrance though. Guys, I'm really loving this one. And there's some woodiness in the background. Yeah, I need to let this one sit because I have a feeling that this one is going to evolve into an incredible fragrance that's just going to have me on a chokehold. And this will be perfect for the spring season. I think this is one that you could probably use all year, but definitely most appropriate for spring, summer. But you know what? It's too soon for me to say all that. I just said that because the woodiness is peeking through for me. But I don't know how they did this because it's like I can get the fruits clearly and then the woodiness. This is exquisitely done. I'm really liking this. Ooh, I can't wait for it to sit and then come back to you on it. Now let me tell you what the notes of this one are because it does not appear on Fragrantica. So I have top notes of Italian bergamot, pistachio gelato, hazelnut, sweet rum, and cardamom. And then for middle notes, we have geranium, white peony, muguet, jasmine, raspberry, white peach, and pear. And then at the base, we have whipped cream, marshmallow, cotton candy, Turkish delight accord, cocoa, cedarwood, sandalwood, and tonka. So guys, this is a copy, at least notes wise so far, of KAHEELA Yum Pistachio. And it comes in this box, just a regular box. Ooh, this is a very nice bottle. Look at this bottle. By the way, so what I heard from that subscriber that recommended it is that this one, of course, is much, much less expensive. but it also performs much better than Yum Pistachio. So let's see. Guys, this one just opened when I tell you exactly how Yum Pistachio opens. Wow. Yeah. No doubt. This is definitely identical. This right now, I don't even think this needs to sit because I am getting Yum Pistachio completely. I'm gonna wait for the dry down and see if I get as much whipped cream as I get with Yum Pistachio, which I absolutely love, that marshmallowy, fluffy type of effect. But I'm definitely getting Yum Pistachio. One thing I will tell you though, at least on my skin, Yum Pistachio gives quite a bit of like a lactonic quality, which I love. I love lactonic notes and I love lactonic fragrances, but this one is less lactonic. That I can tell you right now. It is less lactonic than Yum Pistachio. So there is one slight difference, but when I say slight, truly slight, because this is really Yum Pistachio gelato. Wow. Okay. We're gonna let it sit anyway, and I will come back. I do own Yum Pistachio Gelato from KAHEELA because I absolutely love that fragrance, and I will do a comparison in a couple of weeks. Okay, so right along, I bought like a package deal from, I think it was Aroma Concepts or something like that. I will link everything for you below, but it was like a package deal, and it included this NASMA fragranced oil with the KHAIR fragrance. So let me tell you, because this is not on Fragrantica, let me tell you the notes in this NASMA oil before we open it. So top notes are bergamot, freesia, raspberry leaves, middle notes of frangipani flower, orchard peach, coconut milk. And then at the base we have vanilla, praline, and patchouli. Okay. And I guess because they packaged or created like a bundle, that's what I was trying to say, can't even talk. Because they created a bundle with KAHEER and this fragrance oil, I'm assuming that they think that this is a good match. So let's see. Oh, very nice. Look at this. This is really pretty. And let's see. We're gonna try this right now. So what I'm getting is the frangipani flower dominant in the opening. You know what? I'm gonna spray the KAHEER fragrance because I'm dying to see how it performs on my skin anyway, but I'm gonna spray it over this oil because I want to know why they thought that they should package the two. Okay guys, so my camera stopped and I had to stop and change the battery pack, but that has allowed for this to dry down. And I'm going to tell you, so the combination of this fragrance, which is basically KAHEELA, Yum Pistachio, it really is, with this NASMA oil, oh my goodness, it gives the fragrance, it gives KAHEER a twist. It makes it like creamy because this fragrance is not, it doesn't have as much of a lactonic quality as Yum Pistachio Gelato has, but this oil for some reason gives this fragrance a twist, but somehow it smells so beautiful. It is really perfection. I am loving this mix. Now I understand why they package it together, because basically you're going to end up with like a totally different fragrance, which is the beauty of layering, obviously, but yeah, this is totally different. So those two. Anyway, more to come because I am going to let everything sit so we can really see the extent of what we can get out of these fragrances. All right, guys, so we are now in the last fragrance, and it's not a fragrance, it's a fragranced oil. And remember, during the last haul, I told you that I had HAREEM SULTAN Silver on its way to me. So I have it right here. So let's go ahead and open it. So the box is pretty much the same as in the gold, but this one, of course, is a silver box. So let's see. And I have not tried this, guys. I'm very curious. Oh, here you have it. It's pretty much like the same type of bottle, except that this one has pink, and if I recall correctly, the gold has like red little stones, but I may be wrong, but this is definitely pink stones. And let's see, we're gonna try this right now, and I'm gonna try it on the opposite arm. Before we try it, guys, let me give you the notes of this one. The notes are rose, white musk, lang lang, rosemary, amber, and oud. Oh, this should be interesting, because if you recall, the gold is all about like fruits. To me, it was like, again, a collection of fruits. But this one seems like it's going to be maybe a bit more floral and a bit spicy. I don't know, let's see. So here we have the same bottle as the other one, but just silver. Okay guys, now keep in mind that I'm doing this on my skin. So this opens up with quite a bit of florals, and I was right. This is all about the florals compared to the other one, which is all about the fruits. But the opening is a dominant rose. Now, it's disguised with some other florals, but this rose is like a mature rose, not because it's a grandma rose. No, it's just, you know, as roses mature, there's a specific scent that they emit. Well, this one is definitely a rose that is mature, so it's pretty intense. This is also like a bit woody. There's definitely oud in here, but it's barely there. This is not even about the oud. I'm telling you, this is about those florals. So if you're not into floral fragrances, don't bother with this one. This is all about florals. This smells really good. It really does. Of the two right now, I'm right now, I haven't let these oils sit, but of the two, I think I prefer the first one more, even though it's, that craziness of fruit in your face in the opening. There's nothing wrong with this one. It's just an overload of florals. All right, guys, so we have reached the end of this video, and we've covered all 16 fragrances for today. The plan, of course, is I am going to take all of these wonderful beauties and I'm going to put them on a shelf, and I'm going to time them. I'm going to give them anywhere between 4 to 6 weeks, and then I will come back to you with a video where I give you updates about all of them. But in the meantime, I will most likely have yet another haul, and then we will take those fragrances and have them sit, and then we'll spend probably like a month or two just going over different fragrances that we've hauled and me talking to you about them and telling you the result of my testing. Anyway, guys, remember to please leave me in the comments below any questions that you may have, but also any recommendations, or if you've tried any of these fragrances, can you please let me know? And what are your thoughts? And have yours sat, and what ended up happening? Do you agree with any of what I said in some of these fragrances? Just let me know. All right, so that's it for today. And before we end, I just wanted to say welcome to all of my new subscribers. Welcome to our fragrance loving family. And guys, I will see you in the next video.